One of the guys is 22, so it's like he's like younger. One of the guys is like
cougar over
30.
here.
One guy's like 40. It's like different. They're all in different places of their life, so they bring different benefits to my life.
So this is how liberty dies.
This week on the Andrew Klavan Show, I was talking about the fact that I really hate it when conservatives yell at women who are living badly because they have been affected by feminism, and a feminist culture makes women miserable. My producer said to me, I have a great idea. Why don't we make fun of women who are, living badly because of feminism? I said, what a great idea. That seems like a perfectly conservative thing to do. Let's take a look at one of these clips.
If any young women are watching, please do not model your lifestyle after her. Thank you very much.
And that's from the Christian man.
Yes, I'm looking out for you young ladies. If you
I'm
ever,
not judging
if
you.
you ever, that's fine. But if you ever want to get married, there's a lot of young girls out there who want to get married someday. If pictures of yourself doing sexual things are all over the internet, your husband and your kids will not appreciate that.
I still
No
consider
guy
myself
wants
a
that.
Christian. I believe that Jesus died on the cross for my sins, and I'm not a fucking judgmental person like you.
That's an interesting theology. Jesus died on the cross for my sins, and here are the videos. I don't want to blame these women. I mean, obviously, like, the church has failed this woman, and nobody has taught her what that means.
I believe in the non-binary God whose pronouns are plural.
What I always like about these shows, by the way, is these women always show up dressed like what in my days we would have called politely hookers.
Did somebody order a hooker over here?
So they show up dressed like this and they can't understand why nice guys won't marry them. See, there's a way you can tell that a guy that you send naked videos to doesn't care about you. It's because you're sending naked videos to him, which he wouldn't let you do if he cared about you. It's just a little pro tip there.
Oh my God, great tip.
You can only come to grief because he's not going to marry you, or he wouldn't be taking the videos. And when you break up, he's going to put them online, and then everybody's going to be able to see him, and you'll be a porn star without the star. All right, let's watch another one of these poor creatures.
I think body count matters, so
I don't know if that's entirely misogynistic, but that's kind of unpleasant to hear, that men's value is somehow based in other things.
we all make judgment calls when it comes to potential partners. In the same way, like most of you just said, like, I want to date a guy who's taller than me. That is a numerical measurement. You're making a value call, so to speak, based off of a guy's height. The fact of the matter is, a guy who's shorter than you could be a fantastic partner, but it happens to be you might not be attracted to men who are of a smaller stature than you.
I think I'm going to stay silent. I don't want to promote further discussion. Thank you.
Well, it is funny. He makes a good point that there is this idea that A, there shouldn't be any judgment, and B, that there is going to be judgment, but it's all going to be done by the women, and nobody should judge the way they're living their lives.
You are not a whore, but you are wearing a whore's uniform. I'll tell you that right now.
They bring on these poor girls who, like all of us, are in a competition for mates, right? They're in a competition for mates. And all the other girls are sleeping around. All the other girls are sleeping around with these guys. The guys aren't saying no. The guys aren't saying, oh dear, don't do that, because you'll cheapen yourself. So at some point, this has got to be a societal thing that says to you, there's a meaning to sex. There's a meaning to your body. There's a meaning to what you do. Don't do that. But that being removed, you wind up with women abusing themselves, and then this guy making a show out of women abusing themselves and judging them for being on the show that they wouldn't be on if he didn't have the show. So we're all collaborating on the collapse of Western civilization. All right, let's see another one.
If she's going out, it's a deal breaker for me.
Huge red flag. Same
That for me, it's a deal breaker.
I totally agree.
Why is
she
that a deal breaker? Is it because it makes you insecure?
It has nothing to do with insecurity. It's
What
just
is it?
This is a dream world hypothetical scenario. Girls really don't be hitting up guys like this. Would you be okay with your long-term monogamous partner going to a nightclub, bar, or party type environment where throughout the course of the night he's going to get approached, flirted with, and sexually pursued by numerous attractive women, some of which are more attractive than you and could potentially be a better partner than you, and these women are buying him drinks, getting him drunk, and enthusiastically want to sleep with him that night and steal him away from you? You're going to tell me you'd be okay with that?
No, not with that. Definitely no.
So you can see how this can be a little contradictory, because none of you would be okay with it, right?
But then you say guys should be okay with girls going out all the time.
That's an excellent point. That is an excellent point. The whole idea that men and women are in similar situations sexually or any other way is just utterly ridiculous. And that the guy is making an excellent point on that one, I got to say.
Excellent!
Why is it so hard for these women to understand that they are different than men and their entire sexual situation is different? It's because they've been told. That's what they've been told. They've been told that they are the same as men and everything's the same. And then they wind up, they're 70 years old and say,
why didn't anybody marry me just because I slept with 380 people?
It's a lie, and it's sad. I guess my only reservation about all this is these women are victims of that culture that men let happen too. Men are part of it too. Men didn't say, wait, women are going to sleep with us without any resistance? No.
Premarital sex is a sin. Have fun running in hell, Beth.
Men didn't say that. There were no men. I didn't see any hands going up when the feminists said,
from now on, we're going to empower ourselves by giving it up to any clown who asks us.
And men went like, I have nothing. I have no objections. So that's how we got here. And now there's a show about it. When you look in the mirror, do you see dark spots? Well, they're not going away on their own. Genucel's Dark Spot Corrector is here. The Dark Spot Corrector, with not one but 3 cutting-edge ingredients, goes to work fast to target sunspots, dark spots, liver spots, and even old discoloration, both on your face and hands. You'll be amazed at how quickly you will see results. You can now enjoy your summer sun, beach, and barbecues without embarrassing spots. With Genucel, you'll see the results or your money back, no questions asked. Go to Genucel.com/KlavanYT right now. Get your dark spot corrector with the new Genucel Most Popular package. Say goodbye to those pesky spots tomorrow. They're offering free shipping, free returns, and the best luxury skincare you've ever used, all at 70% off. All orders will also include a mystery luxury gift while supplies last. That's Genucel.com/KlavanYT. More, because I'm not depressed enough. I want to see more of this.
Would it be my preference if a girl just didn't even have social media? Probably.
This is giving red flags. I'm not going to lie.
Here's the interesting thing is that men are not allowed to have preferences, standards, and boundaries. Nobody bats an eye when a woman says, I want XYZ in a partner. But the moment a guy says, here are my boundaries, preferences, and standards, misogyny, red flag, this, that. And the fact of the matter is, women are more picky than men are. Women have far more standards for men than do men have standards for women. But if a guy says, I want XYZ, insecure, misogyny, blah, 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 it's always going to be met with some sort of shaming language.
Yeah, he's right about that, but he also misses the point that when women offer to sleep with guys, they have no standards. All I'm saying is it's not the girl's fault, not the guy's fault, it's the culture's fault.
We are here because there is something wrong with society.
It takes a special person to say, I'm not going to live in this culture, I'm going to change the rules for myself.
Who controls access to sex, men or women?
Women.
Yeah, woman. Woman, obviously.
Yeah, so I would say hookup culture, if we want to see hookup culture stop, because women kind of control when sex happens. So do you have anyone to blame but yourselves on that one? Thoughts? Okay, crickets, here we go. Okay, so
I'm sorry for being compassionate. I can't help looking at those poor girls. I just feel so sorry for them. And they're going to be so unhappy in the long run if they continue to live those lives. If they continue to dress like that, they're going to be so unhappy in the long run. It was a good idea, feminism. It was a bad idea, but it sounded like a good idea. Now we're stuck with it, and you don't get rid of it until you reform it. And I'm sorry, but it's up to men too. It's up to men to treat women like ladies. It's something we all have to do in collaboration. And I will make fun of these people privately, but I have to show them at least a little bit of compassion in public because they're living in the ruins of what used to be a society.
I'm looking for a trendy girl with a simple smile.
No fatties. I want it all. No hamsters. I steal watches. No dopers, no smokers, no alcoholics.
We don't like to write checks. Life is a playground and I want somebody to play with.
I'm really looking for somebody I can feel special about. And I'm hoping you're one of them.
If you want to hear more incredibly stupid opinions, like and subscribe. Also for smart opinions, subscribe to The Andrew Klavan Show wherever you get your podcasts.